Good afternoon, everyone. How are you doing today? So earlier this morning, I did a review of a recent Meet Kevin video where I thought he was a little inaccurate with his prediction for a real estate crash in 2021, kind of April, May timeframe. But what I want to do here is I really want to share, some traits, some things that I think Kevin executes on that we all could appreciate, understand, and maybe even look to emulate in our business. I think when you look at what Meet Kevin has done, the brand he has created, the fact that he started, way back when at Jamba Juice and, been able to build a tremendous career, now $1 million a month producer, I think it needs to be admired. I think it needs to be respected. I think the fact that he is able to do that so consistently, I think his success leaves clues. But if we're not paying attention, we're not looking for the subtleties in what Kevin is doing, we will miss them. We will miss it in all things greatness Meet Kevin. We will be enamored with the $1 million months and the $100,000 courses and all of these big real estate deals that he is doing. So I've really thought about it. I do admire Meet Kevin for what he's been able to do in his 20s. So let me bring up, I just did one of these for Grant Cardone. And given that I put out this video earlier on Meet Kevin, I felt like I should do one for him because I really do appreciate what he is doing. He is setting the bar for lots of YouTube educators. So let me bring up what I admire about Meet Kevin. So again, I call these, kind of the untold truths. Let me just expand that. There we go. And let me kind of just run through them, just like I did for Grant Cardone. I think it came out about 9:15 this morning. Let's talk about Meet Kevin. I'm going to make sure this comes out today, Saturday, October 31st, because again, my video this morning it was done live, no editing. And I thought he was wrong, but I do want it to be known by the audience out there that I admire lots of things about Meet Kevin. First and foremost, he is a hustler. He is born with a gene to hustle. He could have slacked off long time ago. He owns millions of dollars in real estate. Near as I can tell, owns some of them free and clear. He has a brokerage. He's obviously selling courses and YouTube. I suspect he has so much content that he could take a year off and still make more money than most of us. So I admire his drive. And not only his drive, but his ability to stay focused. That is very impressive. Also, he takes his shot. He is not afraid to swing and miss. I don't know when it was, a year, maybe 2 years ago, he tried to do that general contracting business. He's talked about it. It was a swing and a miss, but damn it, you have to appreciate that he took a shot. I really admire that. And then lastly, he kind of executes in tweaks. He's not afraid. He doesn't wait to be perfect. It's kind of ready, fire, aim, where maybe some of us are too much ready, aim, aim, aim. You know what I mean? So again, when I think about what Meet Kevin is for us, is he sets a high standard, right? He talks about how he manages his day and his video production and all of that. He sets a very high standard and he works. So are you setting a high standard for yourself? Do you wait for perfection? Some of us do, right? Do you just, ready, aim, 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 and then you never fire? And then finally, ask yourself, are you on the go, right? Are you really going for it, or are you kind of playing it safe? Again, I admire what Meet Kevin is doing here. Number two, boy, he has proven the ability to build a following and then cross sell. Just in the time that I've been watching him, and it's only been the last couple of years, his ability to build a following, nearly 1 million folks now, his ability to sell courses starting with one and then two and three and on and on and on. He will be a 7-figure earner probably for the rest of his life. And now he's got, I don't know what you call them, affiliates or whatever they're called. I don't know, but he's talking about insurance and stocks. I'm sure he's getting some kind of I don't know, payment, kickback, fee. I'm not sure what they're called, but it is amazing to see his ability to create multiple streams of income. I think it is amazing. So for you and I, what can we do? I think we need to focus and build that following and then expand. You know, another thing, are you open to other options? I'm not sure that Meet Kevin, for example, ever thought he would be talking about insurance, but I'm sure when it came across his email or DM or whatever it is, he was open to the discussion. And now I think most of his videos have that kind of right up front. And lastly, the world is out there, right? What do you want to do? What do you want to talk about? What do you want to be really, really good at? Niche, go deep, and then expand. I really admire this about him. Number three, perhaps his superpower is his entertaining or his ability not to take himself too seriously. There are many times where it's over the top. Remember the time with Grant Cardone delivering the flowers? He's talked about that a bunch. I remember one video where he was in a hazmat suit. I thought that was a little insensitive and over the top, but he is entertaining, and his ability lately to work in his kids and his wife is all the best. And you'll see a little bit on that later. I think he's always on. I think he's just naturally, I don't know, extrovert, introvert, extrovert. And I think he is, I think he wants to be better. I really do think he looks at this as craft. He looks at other, million followers, and he is always trying to get a little bit better. I admire that. So for you and I, are we entertaining? I am nowhere close to that. Don't wear a suit. Don't want to. Are you always on? Do you have bad days? I mean, his ability to seemingly always be on is amazing. And then finally, are you getting better? Are you reviewing the game film, if you will, and looking to get better, looking at the old stuff and looking at how you can get better? He finds something that works and goes. It probably annoys a lot of us, but good for him. There was a time where he would do a stimulus video every day. I'm assuming he was looking at the YouTube metrics and seeing the money that it was making. And he's like, wow, if one is good, more is better. And I think there were days he was sending out 3, 4 stimulus videos. Again, it may annoy you and I, but that's not made for us. There are hundreds of thousands of people clicking them, and we should wish him all the best. He started with real estate. I think that's where he built his initial following. Then it was stimulus, and now it's stocks. His ability to find something that is generating clicks is awesome. And again, let's appreciate he started from nothing. I was actually lucky enough to interview Kevin probably over a year ago, and the video's in my library. You can go check it out. He's quite a young man to speak with. I thought that interview was probably one of the best that I've done. So for you and I, do you double down on what works, or do you get bored? Right? I promise you, Kevin was bored doing stimulus videos, but he kept doing them, and he was always entertaining. He was always on. Right? I'm sure he didn't like doing those 3 videos a day, but shoot, 40,000 clicks later, probably 1,000 subscribers. He's probably like, okay, let's keep going. What topics can you discuss, right? Is it only one thing, or do you have something else? Can you branch out on your channel or your business? And then finally, be humble. I've never got the feeling, when you watch Grant Cardone, for example, sometimes you feel very showy off, if that's a word. I've never got that from Kevin. Maybe you have, but I never have. I think he's pretty humble. I think he is definitely somebody to follow or grow. It's pretty amazing, and I respect him for it. And then kind of the last thing, I tried to find a picture with him and his entire family, kids included. I couldn't. I found this with his wife, Lauren. I think Kevin is having a great time. I think he's enjoying life and having a lot of fun. He works hard, plays hard. I've seen some of his Instagram where he's having Nerf gun wars with his kids. It's just lots of fun. I think he has a clear work-life balance, and it's clearly a family affair. It's something to be respected. So in the end, don't burn out. Make sure you are finding time to recharge. Let's not forget the reminder of Kobe Bryant. I said this same slide for Grant Cardone. It's the same for Meet Kevin. And again, doing something with your family, get them on board, having them participate is pretty awesome. So Kevin, I just wanted to thank you for all you're doing. Thank you for being on my channel all that time ago. I'd love to have you back if you ever watch this. I think you're amazing. In the end, again, I stand by my video this morning. I think he's wrong about a crash next year, but I didn't want that to be misconstrued. I respect and admire everything he has done. And if you don't know what it is, look up his interview on my channel. I think it's called Jamba Juice to Millions or something like that. And just realize where he started from. It's a wonderful story. He, his wife, his sons, pretty cool. All right, everybody, take care of yourself. Bye.